This is our 2015 Ford F250 Super Duty, and it has a 6.2 gasoline engine in it. This gasoline engine has coil packs with 16 spark plugs. So it's got coil packs on top and plug wires running to the bottom. So it's got a plug on the top and the bottom of the cylinder. And they're shooting fireworks like crazy. That's no big deal. It is 4th of July weekend. So we're gonna, it's got a real bad tick and a miss, and it's throwing a generic code. Just generic misfire code. It's not showing me a cylinder misfire or anything like that. So I guess we'll try to get this thing apart and figure out. I've never had this truck apart. So it's got 200,000 miles. I don't know if it's original packs or not, but I did pick up some coil packs, and they were pricey. These are Ford. I hope they're the real thing. They look like the real thing, but they were expensive. And then I bought the best spark plugs that money can buy. No, they were the cheapest. These are Champions. I know it calls for Motorcraft or NGK, but those were $10 a piece. That's another $160. I think these were 80. Still high, but you got to have 16 plugs, and they're easy enough to change if I start having problems with them. They are, I believe, like the Iridium, like the Motorcrafts are. Doesn't really say. It said on the advertisement that they are, but we'll see what happens. I'll get this thing, start taking this apart, get set up here. Got the airbox off. Wasn't a lot holding it on. There was a clamp there and a clamp back there and a couple clips that had the hoses and stuff clipped to it. One thing you gotta be careful on these trucks, you see those little clips right there, the little red clip. Here's one took off the airbox. You have to slide this red clip back and then mash it in to get it off. And these will break. These are brittle. So I've been using a little screwdriver to kind of pry them back just slightly to try not to break them. But they still break, so you have to be real careful. I've seen a lot of them get broken. It's hard to do one-handed too. I'm bending it. Well, let me use two hands on it here. I got the screwdriver in behind it and was able to pop it back. So now you can mash it down. I still can't mash it. There it goes. Well, look at that. That's all corroded. This is corroded. Gee. Hope I don't have to replace all these pigtails. It's no bueno. That's just the first one. But before I take these out of here, this thing is so dirty. I'm gonna try to use some air on it. It's definitely an 8. I'm using this small ratchet so I don't put a lot of pressure on it. I don't want to. These are threaded into aluminium or might be threaded into plastic. I bet there's brass inserts in there. I don't know. I've never had these out. There's a little screw. Ooh, look there. There's what's been misfiring. It's burned a hole in that boot. And that's the tick. I thought the timing chain was going bad, but I started getting these misfire codes. It looks like that throttle body. I'm going to have to clean that throttle body before I put it back together. But look at that. That's a perfect sign of what goes on with these things. But this it says FOMOCO on it. Up there, Ford Motor Company. So these are either replacements from Ford or look at that corrosion. or they've been replaced with they're original, or they've been replaced a factory part. We've got to get me some kind of tray. There's nowhere, with all this surface area, there's nowhere to lay tools. Well, here's the other one, and it's got this plastic piece on it. It must be broke off of this one, so it must be inside of my clip up there. It's completely broke off, and that's still on there. So I gotta dig it out of that other piece. I got a fan running so you can hear that. Let's look. Oh, it's still in there. Well, that's no good. Looks like it's been broke for a long time. See if I can get that out without breaking it. I got it out of there. I use these hose clamp pliers to get a bite on it. But that's what it's supposed to look like. But that didn't come out. So that's been cracked for a while. It probably hasn't even been firing. But the little plug looks like it's seen better days. I'm going to spray some electrical contact cleaner in it before I plug it back up. Now I got to use the air and blow this hole out here, see if I can get all the crud out of it. Full of dust. I don't know, everyone doesn't have one of these. It's a swivel spark plug socket, and it's locked on there. Here's the cool thing. It's magnetic. I don't know why we didn't do that years ago. This is made by Gear Wrench, and it's made permanently onto this extension. But something like this, where you're way down inside the block, you don't want this socket coming off where you have to fish it out. So that's kind of good that it's got this swivel on it. I haven't tried it yet. It may not work at all, but I got to get down there and try to fish this plug out. May have to have a longer extension. Let me go get one. Oh, gee. I thought I heated the motor up. These are long plugs. Oh, there it is. Doesn't look terrible, but it's got a lot of corrosion on it. Look at that. These are platinum Motorcraft. I wouldn't be surprised if those aren't the original. Now these gap at 44, and here's something I already don't like about this Champion. It's got a tiny little electrode. It looks like the end of a needle, as opposed to the Craftsman's got a real thick electrode. You can see it there, I guess. That tiny little, looks like a little needle point sticking up. I don't know how that's going to work. Probably not very well. Put it in there with the magnet. And the threads don't look the same either. I'm curious about that. It's going in though. Probably should have put some anti-seize on it, but I didn't. Right in. And that's the final coil pack. I'm going to use a little dielectric grease on the boots just to keep them from sticking. No other reason. I don't think it'll keep the spark from jumping or anything like that. Let's see, how did it go? Well, I've done something with my bolt. Something not right, not the right one. Looks like the bolt hole's not going to line up. Whoops. If it goes like that. That was dumb. It goes in there at an angle, and I didn't realize that. It's only been 5 minutes since I took the other one off. A little more grease here on this one. Just a little. I don't think the things are lining up. Oh, it's not going in there. It's not lining up with the holes, I don't think. Feels like it's bending them. Let me get a light. I finally got the lock. It's just under a lot of pressure. It was going in the slots right, but I was having a hard time getting it to go in there. Okay, we're going to move on to the rest of them. If I find anything interesting in any of these, I'll bring you guys back. I'm trying to get that plug out back there. And there's like a boulder down in there. There's 2 rocks. And how they got down in there, I'll never know. I've been trying to blow them out. We'll have to stick something down in there and break it up, I guess. Well, I broke a clip. Little clip right there. It was fine, but I couldn't get this off. So until I started prying on it. I pried that little clip off, but it still locks. It'll still lock on there, I'm afraid. So try to put this together. Gee, it's been a struggle. That side over there had dirt down in the back. Like never dug it out and finally got it out of there. This side over here, I started at the back and worked my way forward. So we'll see how that goes. I got the plug out. I'm getting ready to put the plug back in. Then I got these 3 left to go. It's been challenging, but it's not because it's hard to do. It's just this truck's so tall. I'm using one of these workbenches, and I still barely can reach it. It's cutting my arms all to pieces. Little plastic things everywhere. But I'm going to slowly start putting these plugs in, and as I come forward, I'll show you what else we find. Well, picking everything up with my magnet. I've got all 8 of them in. I broke 1 clip, which is pretty good considering they break all the time because they're brittle. But it's still staying on there pretty good. I may have to put wire ties on it or something. Well, it looks like we're done, right? We got 8 plugs, 8 coil packs on. But oh, I wish they quit shooting fireworks off. But oh no, Henrietta, Daddy's not coming home tonight because there's 8 plug wires and 8 more spark plugs down below. I have to jack it up. And I think on that side, I have to take the inner fender liner out to get to them. I don't think you have to on this side, on the driver's side. But that's all I'm going to do. I don't have the plug wires anyway. I need to pick up the plug wires. I'm probably going to try over time to get all the plugs, all the Ford plugs, just because I don't care much about those plugs.